What's good? Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Turbo came out with another video. And then today, as y'all can see by the title, I'm gonna be talking about the relationship you have with your money, right? So, I was thinking to myself, and I came up with this little, I guess you could say kind of like parable, kind of like a little example. But pretty much you have to like be in a relationship with your money. You gotta love your money. Just like you love a human being, you also have to love your money, bro. You gotta love it. You gotta care about it. You gotta make sure it's doing good. You gotta make sure it gets from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to love your money, bro. And a lot of times we never learn how to love our money, bro. Like, especially like, I'm just keeping it real. Like, me as a black man, I never had a relationship with money. I never had a relationship with. Nobody even taught me the importance of having a relationship with money. Because being in the hood, growing up in poverty, nobody even knew. Nobody had to understood the knowledge and the wisdom, the financial literacy of anything. Nobody taught about credit. Nobody taught about, all these things that was important in life. Most of our parents only taught us to go to school. You know what I'm saying? And what I don't understand is, how can everybody in the hood, they know their credit messed up, right? So why they didn't tell us about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, all of them were adults, so I don't think it's no excuse for them to not tell us and not to, But anyway, I'm getting off topic. You gotta love your money, bro. And what I mean about it is, and this is what I'm learning as a 26-year-old man, I made mistakes and with my money, but now that I'm learning, I'm becoming more better with it. I'm becoming, I'm having a better relationship with it. So what I mean is, like I said, love it, bro. Love it like you would do a human being. Love it like you would do your child. Make sure your money get from point A to point B. Get you a high yield savings account. And let's say you make $1,000 a week, right? And let's say your bills is $2,000 a month. So that means you got an extra $2,000, right? For that whole month. You gotta love your money. You gotta love that $4,000 a month. You gotta care about that $4,000 a month. You gotta want to see it grow. You gotta want to see it prosper. Just like your kid, you want to see your kid grow and prosper, right? So you gotta love it and make sure it's safe. So like I said, open you a high yield savings account. I don't care if it's $100 a week. I don't care if it's $200 a week. Tell your money, hey, I'm gonna make sure you safe. So how I'm gonna make sure you safe? I'm gonna put you somewhere else to where you don't get messed up, you don't get hurt. So I'm gonna put you into this high yield savings account, right? And I'm gonna keep you there. I'm gonna keep you there, and so nothing's gonna happen to you. I'm gonna build you up. I'm gonna build I'm gonna build your endurance. I'm gonna make sure you good. So you keep doing that. You keep doing that. You keep doing that. And one day you look up. It's just like a kid, right? So one day you look up and you might be in a sticky situation. You might have an emergency. Your car might break down, right? And you might be hurt. But that kid, aka your money, your kid was grown now. So that kid is going to be able to help you. That kid is going to say, hey, you did this for me. You did that for me. You made sure I was good. You made sure I was straight. So you know what? I'm going to help you. AKA the money that you was loving, the money that you was caring about. So you got to have a relationship with it, man. You got to love it. You got to make sure it's loving you back. Because if you love it, then it's going to come to you. Now, I'm not saying be in love with it, because, for the love of the money is root of all evil. So I'm not gonna say take it too far now. Don't hear what I'm not saying, because I know there's gonna be people in the comments. Oh my God, you should not love money. You're gonna be putting Bible verses up. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people with no wisdom. Obviously, I'm not saying love money. But a lot of people, I do have to say that, because a lot of people do love money to the point where they would do anything for the money. You know, they will hurt you, they will snake you, they will go against their morals, their values, their ethics for the money. So I'm not saying that. This is a whole different conversation. What I'm saying is, the money that you do have, make sure you have a good relationship with it. Love it. Don't like put it on a pedestal, but make sure you love it. You know, make sure you caring about it, you taking care of it, because it's going to take care of you one day. You know, like I said, you know, I understand that, man. Times is hard, bro. I'm just starting my career, so I'm kind of like, I pretty much took a pay cut to do this. You know, starting my CDL career, starting my trucking career. I took a pay cut, so it's hitting hard right now, bro. But I know that the future is bright, and you know, all praises to the Most High. But just loving your money, making sure, like, have you a plan and just stick to the plan, no matter what. I don't care. Now I know if y'all might be in a relationship, especially if you're a man, you might have a girl, bro. Don't be with a girl that don't understand the relationship you have with your money. Because you also have a relationship, you have more relationships than it's just that one relationship. So the relationship you have with your money is important, bro, and she has to understand that as well. You know, if you stacking up, don't get with a woman that don't understand that. You know, you might want to go on a little 30 to 60 day run. You might want to stack it up. Hey, babe, I want to stack it up. I want to build a better relationship with my money. I want to build a better relationship with our money. She has to understand that. You have to be with a woman who understands it. Not be with a woman who says, oh my God, when are we going on the next day? Why you don't care? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? That means she don't care about you. Clearly that's showing you she don't care about you. She don't care about the relationship with you out your money. She only care about what she wants, okay? You know what I'm saying? That's not a woman that you want to be with. Just keeping it real. You want to be with a woman who understands. But anyway, like, I'm going all the way off topic. But just make sure you love your money, man. Make sure you valuing it. Like I said, just make sure, get you a plan. You know, times is hard, it's 2025. Everything is so expensive. But if you feel like you can't get above means, you have to increase your value. You have to get better skills. You have to learn something new. You know, go out and hustle, bro. You know, we men at the end of the day. So make yourself a little bit more valuable. Go get a trade. You know, if you got to go to school, hey man, go to school. Take that little 2-3 year sacrifice. Whatever you got to do, bro. But your future self, like I said, that future kid, quote unquote, is going to thank you for it. But you gotta have a relationship, man. You gotta have a relationship with money. You got to. You know, so I just hope this video helps somebody, man. It's very important what you do with your money. You know, put it up, invest into it, invest into yourself. Make yourself a better person, a better individual, for not just for you, but for other people. Because servitude is important. You know, you don't want to go around life thinking that everything is about you. You know, Jesus said, "Those who exalt themselves will be humble, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." So the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So just making sure you give it back, bro. Like, when you stacking up, when you see your bread coming up high, make sure you always give back. Give back to the poor, give back to the needy, give back to the people who actually need it, man. But anyway, man, this is the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.